Looking through the lens, opinions of three friends. Looking through the lens, sometimes they don't make sense.
Apologies again for the technical difficulties in this episode, as again, Theo's audio messed up in this one round of recording we did. Same with King Richard. Like that episode, I will also be putting up words on the screen to show what a general idea of what Theo was saying for his opinions, and obviously I will add a big one, relatively big one, towards the final verdicts. Thank you, and sorry for the inconvenience. Good day to you all, or good night to us. Welcome back to the Holy Trinity. We're through the lens. I said it again by accident, but on purpose. Half enough. Yes. And today, actually, I am SCL. I'm getting confused. On my left, that is Patronus Gold.
Greetings.
On my right, that's Zephyros. And today, we're going to be reviewing a 2021 film, end of 2021, an American epic science fiction film, Dune, your mum. This film is based on Dune, your mum, by Frank Herbert, directed by Denis Villeneuve. I've probably butchered that. Screenplay done by John Spites, Denis Villeneuve, and Eric Roth. I am butchering these names. It stars Timothée Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Stellan Skarsgård, Dave Bautista, Zendaya, and a lot of people. Also Jason Momoa. Any other honorable mentions we have to speak out? Those are the main ones.
Everybody's in this movie.
Yeah.
Everybody's in this.
Cinematography for this film was done by Greg Fraser, otherwise known as Jeff. Edited by Joe Walker. Music by Hans Zimmer. And already this is sounding like a banger of a film just from the people that are involved alone.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Let's get straight into it. How was your first impressions?
I love this movie. I thought it was really good.
Yes.
It's a new sci-fi franchise that I'm going to get invested in now. Good work.
I remember on Twitter there was some guy.
It do feel like bootleg Star Wars at times. That is true.
Kind of.
It's actually that's a fair comparison, because it is kind of bootleg Star Wars. That's kind of like, I will get into, I guess, more of the writing.
Yeah.
If you want to talk more about that, but like.
Sorry, did you? Yes. Yes, there was a Twitter post I saw of a very dumb take, being like, I do not recommend watching Dune. There are no funny jokes at all.
What?
Yes, this is a thing on Twitter. And then the guy even doubled down and added a tweet saying like, all the Dune stands are coming at me right now in the replies. Come at me all you want. I'm like, okay, this guy, I don't need to hear about this guy any longer.
Damn, I guess he thought the movie was a bit dry. Hell yeah.
Remember when Ben Shapiro had all like the WAP stuff going on with him, and then he commented, "Oh, my wife, it never gets wet," and he like actually said that.
Yeah.
And then someone made a meme like, "Oh my god, they made a film about Ben Shapiro's wife's pussy."
Hell
yes. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Spicy. Is there? All right. Let's get on from that very odd first impression section and we'll talk about the acting. With this star-studded lineup of actors, let's get some comments on it.
I think everybody did an absolutely great job. I think the only person who stood out to me as not having the best performance, I remember because I was watching this video, I was like, Bautista was kind of overacting a little bit, I think. But other than that, I think everyone was pretty solid. That was like my only gripe with the acting.
I mean, to me, I was like, looking back, that was like, I guess that made sense. But I guess also he's an alien from a different
Yeah.
race. He can exaggerate himself if he
Yeah.
wants to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And to be fair, he has very little screen time, so
yeah,
like,
that's,
they'll probably expand on more stuff. And
yeah, definitely with that. What was I gonna say? How are the stars? How are the stars?
they were good. Love
Yeah,
Timothy.
Timothy Chalamet doing good stuff. Yeah, good stuff all around. Writing then.
So writing. Oh yes. So the way I thought about the writing is I didn't feel like I needed to read the book, and the way that the lore was kind of given to us felt quite the thing, not just like dumped so it's overwhelming. So I felt like I understood it. I do think that there's a little bit of stuff that could have done a little bit more fleshing out, because I'm like, some of this stuff is kind of just there, I guess, and they don't really explain. Okay, this is in the trailer. Like, that's a really tall, long man. It's a really long man.
Yes.
I was kind of just watching it. I was like, why is he a really long man? And I don't think they explained it. Did they? It's kind of just like, it's a sci-fi movie. Just accept it. It's the alien. But no one else is like him, really. So I don't know. Could have got a little bit more context for some stuff. And it's kind of like, yeah. I feel like it doesn't feel like the start of something. It feels like you're in the middle of it, which is kind of a good thing, I guess. It like feels like the world's been lived
Yes.
in a way
Yeah.
that like that's a good thing, but also like there's a bit of history and a bit of like understanding that we're missing out on a little bit. Yeah,
I feel like,
but I fairly well done.
definitely. I would say I would just be interested in reading the book anyways.
Yeah.
But, yeah, definitely. You don't need to read the book to have an idea of what the film is about. Absolutely. And you get a great idea about the book in general. I mean, the film, what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel like I want to go out and read the book, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people went out and bought the book just when the film was like announced. So, yeah, it might go into some like the more historical stuff, maybe, potentially.
Apparently, it's actually like quite different tonally as well.
Okay. Interesting. Well, if anyone has read it, let us know in the comments down section down below. See if you can help us. Maybe add to us.
So other writing stuff which I liked was I just like the story in terms of the political intrigue. Yeah, that was cool, I think. And it feels like it's building towards something, though it kind of just ends a little bit. But I mean, it's part one, I guess. It could have found maybe a better note to end it on, but like, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
I do have some negatives in terms of writing, and firstly, the way they're doing the chosen one trope here it feels a little bit weird at times, because it feels a bit like a white savior-y with the way they're getting Timothy Chalamet to come help the desert people and stuff. That is a little bit weird, and sometimes I'm just like, yeah.
There seems to be like some large delay between you and us, dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just keep that in mind for now. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Also, attributed, like, part of the chosen one thing is they don't really do a great job at actually characterizing the main character, I think. because they're just going like, oh, he's the chosen one, rather than giving him a fleshed out character. Like his journey throughout this is, first of all, well, you don't really get his full arc because it's only part one. But his journey's kind of just like understanding his place in things, I guess, and like, which is low-key like what we're doing. We're kind of trying to understand what's going on and stuff. So I don't feel like he has like a personality or like much to him. And to be honest, like not a lot of characters in this really feel like that. I'll say like my favorite character he's funny and he's given a bit more, but like to be honest, characterization in this movie generally across the board is a little weak. I think. Yeah. Also, another little writing thing. The dialogue can be pretty awkward at times as well. I don't know. It just sometimes feels a bit weird when they use like I don't know. I remember Duncan once at one point says ass, and then I was kind of just like, that's kind of a funny thing to say in like this sci-fi world, and just like the way sometimes the dialogue's a bit expositionary and like it doesn't always feel natural, which I guess is the style of writing they're going for. But like, just minor gripe, but I just didn't particularly enjoy that ass.
All right. Cool. All right. We're going to move on from running. All right. Cinematography. I feel like Dune definitely impressive stuff with the cinematography. There was some really cool stuff.
Yeah. I have literally nothing to say about cinematography because it's like really, really good.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it. Mike, if there's any like particularly memorable ones, we can talk about them in spoiler zones. For now, I guess we can move on.
Yeah.
Talk about some editing and some visuals.
Basically the same thing for me. Just
yeah, one of the selling points of this film again.
Very good.
If there's nothing else in particular, we can move on against audio and music. There was a lot of like sort of same-ish like motifs going on, same-ish like tracks, I guess.
I really liked Hans Zimmer's score.
Definitely, yes, super impressive. And I'm not. A little part of me is like, I can tell there wasn't like a lot of different tracks. They sort of like reusing some things for different parts, but it's very effective music. Though it's super like well scored, well composed. Hans Zimmer just does a great thing with everything in general. And here, how they like try to be a bit creative with sort of you want to make it a bit more like alien, like a bit more alien civilization, like it's some cool stuff. It's very good.
I think the sound design was really
definitely. Oh my goodness.
I would have loved to hear it. Like,
oh yes, yes. Really cool. This is a bit of a shame. All right. Well, if we're done with talking about those audio and music, let's talk about some more audio and music in the spoiler zone. Some beautiful music. All right. Timestamp on the screen if you want to skip. But I have a feeling this is going to be a very quick spoiler zone. Is there anything in particular we wanted to talk about?
Yeah. And the good guys are the colonizers. Yeah. Well, there's this suggestion, I guess, that this house will break away from the Empire, right? That's what they're kind of building up towards with this first thing. But like, because it's only part one, it's like that full thing hasn't come to fruition. So it's kind of like you're in that morally gray area with this house, right? Like, are they the colonizers? Are they actually good guys? And you kind of like, I don't really know to decide. I guess what are they called? The Fremen?
Yeah.
The all right ones. Yeah. I like, to me personally, I think it does enough to get the ball rolling and get me interested. And yeah, there are kind of problematic stuff with the story but like I guess we kind of just got to see how this series goes to get a complete understanding.
I guess the only other thing I was like thinking of talking about maybe how cool are the visuals? Like, so some specifics. Sandworm, that looked cool.
Yeah,
Some of like the tech.
yeah,
Yes, sir. Yeah, some of the tech as well. It's like it like draws a line between like hyper realism and like they obviously in like sort of playing into like I guess sort of the stereotype of like a desert planet. The tech's kind of like rusty and like it's like it feels archaic, but it's it's futuristic as well. So that was cool. What were they called? Something copters?
they're in Fortnite.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, what did we expect?
Good deal.
Alrighty. Final verdicts. Welcome back if you skipped the spoiler zone. And we're going to give our scores now. Starting on the right, as always. Mr. Dio, take it away. Okay. I feel like I didn't like it enough to be a 9. I feel like there were definitely some aspects it could have been improved on. So I'll give it a I'm like stuck between 8.5 or 8. I'll go. Jack, you go.
Me? Oh, I was originally gonna go in with an 8, but I was like, okay, yeah, the story's a bit more problematic than I remembered initially, so I'm kind of like, okay, a 7.5.
Then I'll give it an 8. For a combined average of 7.5.
Yeah,
Wow. On my end, Jack went. I was thinking, and then he had like the fucking like the noise of like when something like freezes. Yeah, that was what happened on mine. But yes, we've given Dune a final verdict of 7.5. Comment down below if you agree or disagree with us, and if you've read the book and you want to like add to our conversation about the book, maybe you can add on if you'd like help out the Unholy Trinity a little and all of our subscribers. But in any case, that'll do it for this episode of Through the Lens. Make sure to like if you liked, dislike if you liked, and well, it doesn't really matter now that we can't see the number anymore. There is a Chrome extension for you to add that again. So yeah, that's a thing if you want to do that. Yes, sir. And in any case, that'll do it for us. We're gonna sign out now. Peace.
love you.